Hello, people. I'm trying to jinx myself over here because I'm stuck in the worst traffic jam I've ever been in since probably a bridge closure. So if you hear things outside, it's just, horns and people and things like that. You know how much I love having the camera on me, but I had to say something after seeing Pinche Becky's Zero F's Given stream from the police department headquarters in LA. That was rather the most embarrassing thing I've seen them do. Not violent, not unviolent, embarrassing. Because they're not walking somebody that's my age back to their car after their indecent exposure dude goes into headquarters and she basically loses it because Wendell's right there. That is bizarre. It was like watching the Twilight Zone. It was so strange. So they basically don't have any respect for older people. They don't have any respect for humans. They don't have any respect for anything that doesn't have to do with their Scientology. So they're basically Scientology's personal guard service, right? That's nice. If I'm not staring at the camera, it's because I'm watching my traffic. It's just weird. I mean, it is seriously weird to see that. Hi, Vegas Andrews. I'm also hoping that if I'm online, I'll start moving. I've only moved a block in an hour. And if I move, everybody else is moving with me at the same time, and it'll just go round and round. And yes, only in California can you be in a traffic jam with a Ferrari. That's what you heard. There's a Ferrari over a couple of lanes down, and they got stuck on this block because they parked here. But no, sincerely, going back to Pinche Becky, I mean, I've totally been jealous of her because she's been in the fight in LA, and when you grow up you want to be in the fight in LA because it's crazy, and you want to be that extra person to be there to change the world. And it was just amazing. They didn't care. They looked like they were in Scientology. It was so weird. I mean, what the hell? I mean, this is beyond the Twilight Zone. She's an older person, obviously without a record even, and is asking for, help. And they're like, fuck you, have a nice day. I'm so tired of being censoring myself right now. Especially considering I loved how she just was talking normally and somebody said grandmas shouldn't cuss. And she said, well, fuck you. I loved that. That actually made me laugh, which was nice in a traffic jam. So, the Ferrari's giving up. I'll see if I can shoot this one at you. Can you see the Ferrari? Look at the Ferrari. Hi, Ferrari. They got to back out. Anyway, so I know I'm supposed to be serious. I am trying to be serious. Hi, Martha Reese. Yes, he should be in jail. I thought you weren't allowed to expose yourself to people. Especially Solomon was there, so he's 17. That's exposing yourself to minors. What bullshit are they going to make up for that? I don't know. I'm sorry, Marthana Reese. I don't know how they scored out of that. I mean, who the hell? Somebody's got to be doing some kind of bust for them, because this is just crazy that they're doing it, and they keep doing it, and keep doing it, and they're getting away with it. I don't. Yeah, Vegas, he had weapons too. Everybody was talking about the knife he had. Just trying to adjust this a little bit. I don't think I can. There we go. Yeah, he had a knife. He had, and having a brother with schizophrenia, the guy functioned too highly to be that sick. I thought that maybe they weren't taking him in because they'd have to take him to an institution, and it's really hard. There aren't many places. They're usually public hospitals, and they are literally full. I've had to see it. My brother's been committed. He saw aliens at McDonald's. So This was years ago, but 10 years ago, I've been into a county hospital and it was a mess. I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, obviously, Wendell's not that messed up. Half of it's an act. But they let him walk out. She's sitting there having a breakdown, or a good cry fest, and trying to explain that this is the guy that, flashed her, and oh, that's okay. You need to tell somebody else. You can't tell us because, you can't do things here like that. So it's like, I don't know. I don't understand. It was so frustrating to watch that happen. It was just like, yeah, and he's the guy who assaulted Chris. My God, my throat, or my heart was in my throat when Chris got hit. It was like, okay, so now we have to die? Is that what it is? One of us has to be not assaulted farther. I mean, Chris could have been brain damaged, and it doesn't matter. Thank you, have a nice day. I don't understand. I don't get it. And as far as I'm concerned, that just humiliates all police across the nation. Shows you what the United States is like, because California is supposed to be the liberal state and everything else, and look what they're doing. They're not paying attention to us. They might as well just give the big one finger to all of us. I live where I protest in San Francisco, so it's like I protest in one of the most lenient cities in the country for protesting. Even DOA gets a gun pulled on him, and all he's doing is they're just going off some kind of rumor that he had guns. I don't get it. Right, Vegas. And it's exactly what I thought. I mean, I was watching him when he supposedly was getting arrested, and it was like he functions too well. My brother was also in a halfway house, and this was a big place, so I got to see a lot of people when I go visit him, and it was like, no, he really does function way too well. And then him showing up at the police department, and then he said, I didn't hit anybody. That's functioning way too well, because he recognized Becky when he went then. Because why would he bother saying I didn't hit anybody if he didn't know that one of us was there? And yes, we're all independently owned and operated, and I do understand that we are not a group because we can't be a gang, and I don't have DOA's phone number, so, it's like, no, we all run independent but together at the same time, for watching out for each other's butt. And I know, yeah, Boxer Mom, you're right. They wouldn't walk Becky back to her car, which is bizarre. I've never seen police who... We're not doing Zach. We're ignoring Zach right now. So, we're focusing on Becky. That is today, and unfortunately, that's the way the internet works. So, that and Becky's near my age, so I'm actually a little bit more freaked out about that, because they should have walked her back in the car. They should have walked her back in the car if it was Beverly Hills in the middle of the day. These cops have a lack of humanity in their eyes, and it's not... I grew up with police. When police lived in their own city. My best friend's mom was a cop, and she hung around cops. She was the barbecue cop house. So I saw a lot of cops growing up, and they just didn't have that 80-yard stare. Yeah, like you said, Ziggy, you're a cop, not a robot. That's why I've always had a soft spot. It's like, okay, police, I grew up with them. I knew what they were like. They are really weird about minors and children, but I've never seen the 50-yard stare, and they were nice to my parents who were not cops. Hell, she was going to take me in when I ran away from home when I was 16 because I was being a brat. It's just so bizarre to see them, because of course I can watch the feed doing this because notice I haven't moved. I'm sitting in a crosswalk. Aren't I happy? Surprised nobody's hit the hood of my car yet. But yeah, it's like just that look on his face and that shutdown of, lady, we don't bother with your kind. Yeah, exactly, Vegas. No empathy at all. It's still robot world, you know? And it just amazed me, and it gets to sit in my head because I'm sitting in traffic. And I'm sitting in that bizarre traffic where you have to roll the windows down because it's hot outside, and my 20-year-old car is not amused. And yes, I have a Lexus. It's 20 years old, though. Shouldn't matter. So, you know, it just blows your mind. It really just makes you go, woo! And she's an older woman. It's like, hell, she could freaking out and fall. They should have escorted her to her car or told her to sit down and have some water or something. So it's like, if it was me, I'd freak out doubly the fact that they didn't even want to walk me to my car. So, you know, it was like, what if I fall? What if I fall at, you know, I get dizzy all the time. When you're older, you know, you're not as active, and so everything's not moving as much. And it was just so strange that yeah, they're not doing anything for Chris. They're not doing anything for Becky. They're constantly swatting on DOA. Now they're doing Jay, who I consider like the most mellow man on the planet, and I don't get it. I'm glad I have a friend on the police force here. I'm cheating in a way, but it shouldn't be that way. It should be that way for everybody. Oh, I want to go to LA more now. Yes, Siggy, as a side note, that's why I have my 20-year-old Lexus. It's a sport cross, and somebody will buy it for me for real money when I decide to sell it. So, and if I have my way, I'm always teasing the Lexus guys that I'll sell it to one of them. That's why they keep it running. Anyway. Oh, okay, carry on. It's just me just being amazed at what the hell is going on with LA. It's like it's disconnected itself. It's Hollywood. You figure it would be just have Hollywood being the center of hell, because everybody knows, you know, Hollywood's not pretty. But the rest of it is supposed to be A-okay. Where the blue building is supposed to be fine. I mean, all I ever heard was Hollywood and Vine, you know, and it's just bonkers with all of the stores and everything else in it. This is the way I talk normally. Yeah, I wonder if people call them from inside the building and they say, oh, we can't do anything because it's private property. So, luckily enough, my police don't bother me. They wave at me, or they'll, you know, make a glance at me, you know, luckily enough, because I figured I was a little old lady and I wouldn't have to worry about it because I'd be on the news if they messed with a little old lady. I wish Becky could get on the news. I really do, because this is freaking ridiculous. You know, it's like, time to go to the mass media. Something. I mean, she's sitting there crying in front of them and they don't, nothing. There's nothing. It's, you know, it's this. It's weird. So, yeah, they're, right, Vegas, there's got to be some major investigation going on somewhere, because this is just bizarre, and they're just letting the police build a deeper, like graveyard, grave thing. It was definitely like watching TV. I mean, like watching a TV show, because it's like, you just seriously want to come up to them, and me being in Oakland, upside the head going, what the hell's wrong with you? That's what it felt like. What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Would you knock it off, please, and move on and take care of her, walk her back to her car and give her some kind of sense of security, because she has none right now? I know that glancing around your car thing because you think somebody's following you, or that somebody can break your window any second, you know? It's like, this is the fun one. Where is it? Now I can't get it out. My brother got me this 6-cell mag light. It's supposed to be a little bit easier to get a hold of in case somebody messes with me, because working at clubs and stuff. But yeah, it's like this. See, it makes you speechless. What are you babbling about? Annabis Fox. I wish I had a mod here. This Carrie Ann, this traffic is very bizarre. Can you do me a favor and do something with Annabis Fox? Carrie Ann? No, there's got to be an accident somewhere that goes all the way back here. I'm on my usual way home, and even for a Wednesday, this is ridiculous because I left the pyramid at 5. Hi, Papa Cat. Yeah, I'm not home yet. So I'm still a block away from Market Street. Him and I have been caught in these before. Thank you, Carrie Ann. Thank you, not Aunt. Who I'll probably see in a couple of months. Oh, that is so much fun. There's a whole bunch of girls going by me, and they're all dressed up to go somewhere. It is 5 o'clock, so... And they're being loud and obnoxious. It's fun. Let me see. Turn this around. Or maybe they have been somewhere. See? Look at these ones. Oh, you can't see them anymore, but they're fun. I think they're a little toasted. And I think one of them wants to like get mad at me. So, but, oh yeah. And this is why my car never gets broken into. Wrong way. Is that I have a voodoo guy hanging from my mirror. Yes, I am totally excited. My family is freaked out because they were like, "You're going downtown." I'm like, "Yes," and it's like it can't be any worse than here. So, oh my God, I'm moving a car lane. Somebody was trying to cut me off, and I was sitting in the middle of the intersection for like 20 minutes. Yes, I'm driving my car fine, Papa Cat. So I've just moved 2 car lengths. I was hoping that if I started a live feed that I would move in traffic. I was trying to jinx myself and it didn't work. And also, like I said, I was just blown watching Becky. I mean, it's like that thing needs to go beyond viral. That thing needs to go like everywhere. And somebody, cop friend, cop kid, something should see it and go, "Dad, friend, WTF, you guys are supposed to protect us, and you're letting some like exhibitionist, illicit guy literally in the same, 20 feet away from this woman who it's happened to, and he leaves, and then you let her go without, we've got cameras. I've got cameras too. It's like, I'm not going to watch a friend of mine walk out front just because I have my Nest camera so I can watch them. It's like, what's all that crap they wear on their hips for? Just to keep them like on the ground so they don't float because they think they're angels or something? I'm just mad. I'm irritated. Thanks, Vegas. Thank you. That's okay. Thank you, not aunt. Yeah, and didn't Jay say something about Becky on Natalie's that she reminds him of his aunties, and it's like Jay reminds me of my cousins, so it's like you get that space in your head, and it's like seeing her go through all that. It's just like you don't give any hope for people like me who are getting older. Hell, we're just gonna learn how to shoot a big gun and have machetes at the front door. Not that I didn't have some medieval thing at the front door most of my life anyway, but yeah, no, Ziggy, I'm with you. My best friend, junior high school, she lived with me when we moved out, at age, and it was like, if her mom would have ever done that, or one of her mom's friends, and I would have seen that, I'd have been like, I'm telling, and that would have been my reaction. I'm telling, it's like the cops I dealt with growing up in Oakland, California, actually talked to kids at my junior high school. I don't care if it was programming or not. You know what? It worked. So, and then I grew up with kids, and then they knew that one of the kids, their mom was a cop. And we got this weird respect for our cops, and it doesn't fucking matter because they don't respect us. If somebody doesn't respect you, you're not going to respect them, period. Because it just doesn't work that way. You can't sit there for an older lady to go, oh, we've got cameras, you can walk back. Okay, well, what if she falls down? What if she has a freaking stroke or a heart attack because her blood pressure has gone through the roof? I mean, that can happen to anybody, but something is bad more likely to happen to a person my age and older. They might as well have just said, fuck you, we don't care. Go away, don't even bother with us. We've got better things to do. You know, we've got our guns to polish and our bullets to put, like, you know, red dye on. It was embarrassing. It was beyond embarrassing. I almost want to get a hold of my friend and go, what the fuck is wrong with these people? My cousin was a cop for 2 years, and he actually stopped being a cop because he said they were too corrupt, and I thought he was overreacting because he was in Kosovo. You know, and Kosovo messes you up. Marine in Kosovo on top of that. Kosovo, Chechnya. Brain fog. But yeah, it's like I thought he was exaggerating. And he was in a very small, like, department, and it was, or city, and it was like, nope, straight up, he knew what he was talking about. Yeah, how did Wendell get to the police headquarters, the big fancy building? How did he do that? I mean, did he genie? Did he get an Uber? I mean, he probably has money put somewhere around there. And when did he get arrested? Looking for his things. Did he just literally get arrested and he followed his things back to the police? Or the police took him to where his things were supposed to be? And so, you know, he walked in the door. I would love to see how this opera came up. I really would, because I have no freaking clue. He shouldn't have been there. They should have paid attention to her. Hell, on a medical liability alone, they should have paid attention to her. So it's like, they don't give a rat's. They really don't. I still want to go to LA like crazy, but I sure as hell don't want to look at a cop. My mind is just blown. So I may have a chance to move here. I doubt it. And I think I'm finally calming down to the point where I can watch something funny, or maybe turn on a comedy channel or something. So, and yeah, we are moving. So I'm gonna let everybody go. Tell Papa Cat I'll be there in a little while. Now somebody's trying to change a lane. You know, you always think when one lane moves, that lane next to me hasn't gone very far. The same U-Haul that's been in front of me for an hour is still there. And it's hot. Look at my cheeks. They're getting hot. I can't turn on my air conditioning. So I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. I will try to be at Scientology by 1 so I can sit there and torture them. Torture. Okay, I will see you guys later. Ciao, Bellas.